Buongiorno, welcome back to the Italian campaign. We're gonna fight some German cruisers now. A lot of them. Mostly lights of the Breslau class. They're all Breslau class, okay. They seem like pretty good ships, actually. But that, of course, depends on a lot of things, which we cannot tell just from the preview here. On our side, we got the Regina Isabella class battlecruisers and some DDs. So, let's go for it. Alright, yeah, 14 light. They don't look bad, these light cruisers. Just going by the silhouette. Okay. Everything is pretty neatly organized right off the bat. I like to see that. And there the enemy has been spotted. Let's take a look. Guessing that is their heavy cruiser with the two 10-inch guns and a bunch of torpedoes. And that is their light cruiser. Yeah, that does look good, actually. And they were not, like, terribly overpriced either, so I think the Germans have a pretty good design here. I would probably have gone with double turrets, though, instead of the singles, just to get some more firepower. And maybe not these torpedo launchers halfway hanging off the side. But that is basically nitpicking. Before I turn back to look at my own ships, let's spread out the targeting a little bit. Actually, one of you can focus the heavy cruiser, because I think these light cruisers are not that heavily armored. So it should not take that many hits to sink them. But then again, maybe they are actually very hard to kill. I don't know. And that's probably their... No, that's one of the light cruisers. They had 2 DDs or so. Let's take a look at torpedo ranges. 17 from the light cruisers. The heavy 22.4. And the DD has not... It's probably in the smoke. And they are coming straight for me. Let's pick out torpedo targets. No, not all of you. Like so. And you may just launch when ready. Those cruisers are almost as fast as my DDs, though, so... And there goes some flooding. DDs have all launched. They may now retreat. I'm not too sure all of these torpedoes are going to hit anything because the enemy is changing course. I think I should probably try to kite away. There you go. Did get some torpedo hits. Just so I don't get swarmed by a huge pack of light cruisers with a lot of torpedoes. Up to 5 torpedo hits now from that volley, which is not really bad. I think the Marcello here might find herself isolated. And we're knocking out those cruisers fairly easily. Can we make sure they do not kill my DD? Bad targeting by me. It all ended up kind of cross-eyed. There we go. And secondaries on that whenever it gets close enough. See, we got the first light cruiser now identified, the München. That's decent armor, actually. Okay, the main belt should be thicker than the fore and aft belts, but overall, that is quite decent for a light cruiser. Yeah, these are actually pretty good for only 500 million. Gear turbines too, that's why they're kind of cheap. Even the guns are good. Kona 2, picric acid 3, semi-ballistic AP, high capacity HE. Yeah, I think if I were to take some of these as prize ships, I would not do too much to them in the refits. Maybe just make them a tiny bit faster, so they would have the same speed as my other light cruisers, and do some minor adjustments to the armor scheme. Yeah, but overall, and I do like just the look of them. What pen do I have at that? 34 kilometers. sure if switching to HE would be better. That one's gonna hit. Yep. Can bring these in for another attack. Turn off their torpedoes so we don't have accidents here. There we go. First floating hit on that ship. Make it easier to pen. Okay, probably not the first one. I think it was hit previously. München is the one getting away. Regina Isabella has a very low chance to hit. And now the München went invisible. Closing in on the Marcello from the rear now. Regina. Keep targeting the München. Italia. Target Prince Adalbert. Marcella almost has her torpedoes reloaded. Her sisters are coming back. I don't think engaging these light cruisers with my destroyer guns would be very effective. Simply because they just have enough armor for that not to work. If I'm lucky, I could get some torpedo hits. Smoke and pull out. Marcello is getting her torpedoes away. There we go. Here are my torps. Okay. I don't think they'll hit. These might. Okay, I found the DDs. Pull out this way, actually. Maybe come engage those DDs. Are we gonna get a hit here? Yes. That should make it an easier target for Lepanto. And any other ships aiming at her. How many torpedoes did you actually take? Only one. But it was quite an impactful hit. Fortuna is engaging a destroyer. They're not as fast as the light cruisers, but they're actually more expensive. Yeah, diesel engines. München has yet to take a single hit. Okay, she took one. It was a ricochet. These two detaching, doubling back. It looked like Italia took a big hit, but it's, I don't know, some kind of graphical issue. Because the München was the one getting hit, finally. Lepanto, you can finish off the Sea Adler. I don't know what's going on here. It's like the sound effects and the graphical effects almost imply that these are taking huge hits from something, but there's nothing. There we go. 4 more light cruisers back here. It's just Ultimate Admiral Dreadnoughts being strange again. That's nothing new. You're only overpenning. It turns out the enemy light cruisers actually have the perfect armor scheme. It's either it's light enough to make my AP overpen and heavy enough to make HE not that effective. You guys can slow down to your cruising speed. How far away are you? 28 kilometers? It's a decent chance to hit, though. Try loading HE and see how that works. After the AP has already blown some holes in her, making her flood out. There we go. It's doing a lot of damage on partial pens. It's just not causing the flooding I wanted. München goes down. through a main belt pen with AP. Italia and Lepanto screening for the DDs. Might not need these 3 DDs after all. I think these 2 are being handled by the battlecruisers. Italia, you can switch to Comoran. I think HE would work better. Maybe. Not quite enough deck pen at that range to go through the deck armor. Yeah, mostly partial pens, but that's still pretty big damage numbers. And some fires. Back to auto selection. Yeah, Prince Adalbert almost dead. That might do it for Comoran. Here comes the AP salvos. And there we go. Adalbert hanging on by a thread, but there she goes. Italia, Lepanto. Did we sink the heavy cruiser? I do not know. Well, you can target 1 each. Amazon goes down. Emden. Last one of these guys. And there was one more, yeah, over here. That's the Sea Adler. I think that's a job for Lepanto and Italia. They are the closest ones. I'm just gonna have them turn around. Emden has no main gun ammo left. I think her turrets went up. Now her engine room is flooding. I don't know if that's going to cause engine damage. Our bow section got blown up. And I think, yeah, that's enough flooding. I think that's going to sink her. Now you're going to hunt the Sea Adler. Here come my DDs. And here come the torpedoes. DDs are making short work of the enemy DDs. At least they should be. Keep them zigzagging to avoid enemy torpedoes, which will be difficult when I'm this close. But got it done. These torpedoes any threat to any of my ships? I think she's too far out, but let's not take the risk. Let's have her maneuver a little bit. And where are they? Here. That's got to be it, right? There she is. Possibly the last one. Italia on Lepanto, already firing. Drop down to cruising speed again. Bump it up to ×10 game speed just to finish it off. And there she goes. And turns out I did sink the heavy cruiser somewhere along the way, early on, before identifying it. Very nice, though. Alright. Another big one. Tango class battleship. Okay, this is something. Six 20-inch guns. Price tag of 7 billion. We got the Shokakus with the 9 17-inch guns and a very low top speed. A Tango class actually has a decent top speed. Kamoi class battlecruiser. These seem to be Yachty class. That's another one. Alright. I guess we just have to do this. There are a lot of convoy missions and ambush missions up in the North Sea, which could be challenging because those probably drag in a lot of Germany's allies, like Sweden, Norway, and Belgium. But potentially also my ally, Scotland, with their very new, very powerful ships. But first, we have to do this one. Alright, first order of business will be to target that ship with the 20-inch guns. Let's see, do I have torpedoes left? My DDs are kind of hurting. There we go. 7 torpedoes, 7 torpedoes, 7 torpedoes. Or possibly okay, you 3. I'll just follow the battlecruisers. The 2 of you can just, for now, follow the heavy cruisers. Do they really all have 7 torpedoes? Was that a case of the game lagging? No, 7 torpedoes each. That's not much. But we could get some early hits. How far away are they now? Very far away. Out of range, in fact. Let's see, where's the big guy? There. I would have put the middle turret on a barbette and the 2 other ones on the deck. Yes, you will be targeted by Il Tempo Gigante. Not that far out of range. Vittoria and San Fernando. Target the 2 other ones. Oh wait, before anything else, what kind of main gun range does this ship have on her 20-inch guns? 79.2 kilometers. 80-kilometer main gun range. But is that accurate at that range? I guess that's just something we have to find out. Sending my DDs straight for them just to get into range with the torpedoes, so I can hopefully launch into their center. That is risky though. These are expensive DDs and they're already already wounded. Okay, we're smoking up. Just slightly improving our chance of survival. The battleships are being screened. Don't think we're gonna get much closer than this. Yeah, I'm breaking off the attack and just launching with what I have in range at whatever I can conceivably hit. And then we are just hoping for the best. And it's not even a full load of torpedoes. You all launched. Now just detach and retreat. And we're gonna hope that, if nothing else, at least the torpedoes cause some kind of panic. Okay, I'm gonna need to individually maneuver these, or they will just bunch up. become one massive target. Okay, back to the battle line. Oh, you decided not to target the battleships anymore? That's not what I wanted for you. But if you want to, you can stick your secondary guns to that approaching DD or whatever. We did score 7 torpedo hits. Okay, my DDs are slightly spreading out now, which is good. So they can just keep sailing. These last 2 heavy cruisers will need to target something over here, I guess. Exactly what I hit with those torpedoes, I'm not sure. I was a little bit too busy getting my DDs away. But so far, the torpedo attacks seem to have been worth it, because I took minimal damage in return and I did almost 300,000. Somewhere here is a ship that has taken some torpedoes, I guess. Probably this guy and that one. Okay, so far, so good. Cruisers are performing a good rear guard action. And it's morning, so it will be daytime in a while. Kind of fitting, we're fighting the Japanese with the rising sun like that. So far, that has not blessed them though. Okay, maybe. Where's their super battleship now? The enemy formation is in disarray. I didn't sink it, did I? Probably not. No, here it is. With the rising sun in the background. There we go. That's a thumbnail for today. Unless I decide to use that pretty decent looking German light cruiser after all. DD's still being fired upon. You should be able to get away. Maybe I should have these last two cruisers break off and screen for the retreating DDs. Just make sure that whatever is following them is slowed down enough that they will not catch up. I think that's the decent thing to do. Seeing as the DDs risked themselves bringing me those 8 torpedo hits now. I thought it was only 7. Is that the case of the enemy torpedoing one of their own ships? Or was it just a lucky torpedo that continued past a lot of ships and struck something way in the enemy rear? I don't think I've been inside of their torpedo range. You have not scored a single torpedo hit. You scored 1, it was a dud. 6. We're up to 7 now. Eight. Okay. So all 8 torpedo hits are in fact mine. Because what happens is if the enemy accidentally launches torpedoes and hits their own ship, I do get credited with a torpedo hit here. So enemy heavy cruiser Furutaka has been identified. Yeah, decent main belt. Very thick aft deck because AI designed, and not a lot of armor anywhere else. Yep, these are keeping my DDs safe. Are my battlecruisers still focusing the enemy battleships? Or have they decided to target something else? Metodia is targeting something else. No, she's still targeting her her target. That's good. But the problem now is they're all running out of HE because they were in battle the previous turn. And I think the one before that too. Yeah, main deck overpen. This is one of those ships without any deck armor, which is playing into its favor now that I'm out of HE. Let's see, Moshun, main deck, 0.9 inches. One with 20-inch guns is almost identified. There we go, Nagitsu, main deck, 3.6. Oh, her main guns are out. Must have exploded. Diesel 2. Coincidence 5, radar generation 1. I would say not bad. Were those 20-inch guns Mark 5? Mark 5, yes. Triple base TNT4. I'm guessing that accuracy is gonna just drop off into nothingness past 50 kilometers. Gitsu is about to sink. My heavy cruisers are all out of HE, I mean. They are better off firing at some heavy cruisers. All the one with 10-inch guns actually have ammo because they've barely been in range. I think once we've sunk let's just finish off this battleship and switch our attention to maybe the battlecruisers? Yes, the battlecruisers. Let's just do that right now then. Because they are ships we can actually easily sink with our battlecruisers. Potentially. Potentially easily. Actually, no, Ferdinando, just keep firing at the motion. Finish her off, then switch to a battlecruiser. And then the heavy cruisers can start closing in and hunt enemy heavy cruisers. A little bit more flooding on Moshun, and she should be going down. .2-inch guns, Katsuragi. And this one with 11.1. That's the hull you can make stupidly fast. They just did not. How are these guys doing? Are they keeping my DD safe? It's like a completely separate battle that I almost forgot about. You're firing AP shells at a DD? Is that the right course of action? Maybe so, because it's flooding. Okay, we need to turn this line around. We're just getting farther away. And then back to the two heavy cruisers again. A little bit of back and forth. I think this whole task force needs to go into port and get resupplied for a couple of months after this. Let's see, enemy light cruisers have been identified. Again, decent armor. quadruple guns. 7.3 inch. That's a lot of firepower for a light cruiser. It even has decent speed, decent armor. Turbine engines. It's super cheap for what it is. Yeah, AI has now impressed me twice with their light cruiser designs this turn. It's super cheap because of the turbine engines, but it's also if they put like another 100 or so million into it with more powerful engines, I think they could have easily made it reach closer to 40 knots and not really had to compromise anywhere else. We're a bit far away now. 44 kilometers. It was not my intention to get that far away. So we're gonna get a little bit closer. Spit out the rest of our ammo. And then get away. I don't think sinking the entire enemy task force is a realistic possibility this time around. Was this the enemy task force I wanted to be engaged by the first battleship squadron? The one with the Dino and Maria de la Salute in it. I think so. It was just very hard to actually get the battles I wanted for the task forces I wanted. Yeah, they're still just hunting my DDs. My poor little DDs. Now we're losing sight of the enemy. Back to the battlecruisers. They're now taking fire. Uh, 10-inch guns don't have a range. Come on, Moshun. You may sink now, if you will. Down to 30-kilometer distance from the enemy. Yeah, we're mostly ricocheting these battle cruisers, but full penetrations on the Moshun might be the end of her. Kaku, you can be killed as well. Are you gonna sink yet, Moshun? I think that's it. Yeah, she's flooding. I'm not gonna let up the fire until she's actually dead. hits on battlecruiser Akaishi. Okay, San Ferdinando. You want to kill maybe a heavy cruiser? Il Tempo Gigante almost out of minigun ammo. San Ferdinando to Vittoria has plenty of ammo left. Where are you targeting? Il Tempo? The battle cruisers. And switch to the ones with 13-inch guns. I think they're more dangerous. Yeah. Are we gonna make it to 1,000,000 damage before leaving the battle? We'll see, maybe. These guys are still plinking away at the DDs at long range. Not really attaining a lot of accuracy. Yeah, you can probably get a little bit closer. Just not enough, because not close, not that close. Because with me having to go back and forth, danger of them just ending up in the middle of the DD formation and getting torpedoed to death is very real. Il Tempo is out of ammunition. She may just accelerate and get out. San Ferdinando is almost out of ammunition. Yeah, I think that's pretty much it for this battle. Okay, Trento. You almost ended up dead because of my oversight. I'm sorry. You've taken lots of 13.2-inch hits from the enemy battlecruisers. You 3 may speed up. We're gonna go and kill these 2 DDs. Can Trento get out? I hope so. Let's see, Vittoria, San Ferdinando. Yeah, we're just not having enough effect on target on those battlecruisers. Not at this range. I say, and just as I switch targets, you do land some good hits on Akaishi. So, okay. Keep that up then. Sink 1 battlecruiser and then, I don't know, a heavy cruiser or something with your remaining ammo. Something is happening over on the other front. They spotted something. I think I'm just gonna have them retreat. Yeah. San Giovanni out of ammo. The Cole still has plenty. She just have not had the range to waste her 10-inch shells yet. Secondary guns on the DDs as you pass by. Unless the cruisers take care of them. Okay, Delfino. Yeah, massive 17.2-inch hit from a battleship. Sunk 1 DD. Next. And that one dead too. Do you have the range to do anything? Enoki. Have you guys not killed the Akaishi yet? No, because you're out of range. That's okay. I think we're gonna say we've had enough now. And just retreat. Delfino sinks. That's not good. Yeah, another 17.2-inch hit took out all her secondary guns. There we go. Let's end it. It was a pretty nice victory though, considering we were very low on ammunition. Lost one heavy cruiser of the Bourbon class, but overall that's not too bad. We sank 2 battleships, including a very expensive Tongo class, heavily damaged a battlecruiser, a light cruiser, and sank some DDs. So all in all, not too bad. Could have done more if we had the ammo. Alright. Here we go. Clash of Fleets in the Caribbean. We got the Dio Scottius again. A Shikishima class battleship. 5.3 billion. 9 18.3-inch guns. Displacement 96,000 tons. Top speed 30 knots. That doesn't look bad. Got a lot of 7.3-inch secondaries too. That could potentially be very Yamato-like. But we're gonna see what it looks like in the next one. As I said, there are a lot of battles this month, and yeah, it's gonna take more than one video to cover them all. So I will see you next time, where we fight some more Japanese ships. Chokai class heavy cruiser. Have I seen that before? I'm not sure. That's not the one with the 10-inch guns. It's got 6 of them. Ooh, that is fast. It's got 10 torpedoes. 10 torpedo tubes. Top speed 42.7 knots. That is even faster than my latest DDs. So, and at a very decent cost too. Only 240 million. Mine cost 700 million. Okay, this could be exciting. And again, we might be quite low on ammo for these ships because they just sunk 3 American super battleships last month. So, we'll see. Goodbye, and take care.